let's see if the game kicks me into the expansion now. So I did some research, and apparently it puts you into the first mission of the current season. Oh, that's a sweet unlock. Push you into the first mission of the current season to give you an free artifact on completion, but it makes no sense because I haven't completed the. I don't know what the expansion's about. Anyway, I need to do this strike to complete the tutorial. So I guess I'll do this strike. Oh, hang on. What? Right. Well, if I end up struggling, I'll swap over to the auto rifle. But let us do the strike for now. The Disgraced. Defeat the shamed Hive Wizard Novota in the Cosmodrome. This activity was set prior to the defeat of the Witness. So the defeat of the Witness is the end of the Saga of Light and Darkness, I think they said. Technically I shouldn't be saying until Nightfall, but I also wouldn't be saying hi to people at Nightfall. Hey, you know what? Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. Also, just out of curiosity, obviously, if you don't know the answer, that's fine. If you don't want to tell me the answer, that's fine. But how does that interact with time zones? Like, is it appropriate to say it to people in a different time zone where it's not past nightfall? You know what? I'm just going to grab that rifle from my vault just in case. Because I can change it on the fly, and if I'm doing this strike solo, I'm going to take an auto rifle. Of course, I'd really rather not do it solo, but there we are. It will eventually just time out and put me into the strike. Although I think if it does that, it does try to put me into a strike that's already in progress, I think. Mostly just doing this to clear the tutorial, so that it's no longer in my quest level. Uh-oh. Looks like I might be doing this solo, chat. Yup. Oh dear. Oh, this is gonna be bad. China rifle though.
Hive broods value strength over all else.
Do the strike.
When you and Shaw forced Novota to flee, you weakened her position.
She'll be desperate for victory to regain her footing.
That desperation makes her a threat in the Cosmodrome and beyond. This is a worthy challenge for you, Guardian.
Cass and Maeve gave their final deaths fighting Novota. That can't be for nothing.
It won't be.
That's a purple fire. That's cool. Probably get another Sparrow. That's a scope. Do like the holographic ammo count though.
Steady. I know how those nerves feel. Pack it away. Eyes down the sights.
I think take too long to reload. Sweet, I'm not alone. Oh, right, this is cool. Stop teleporting around, it's rude. Oh, I thought that was more than just a shank. That was a waste. Blink's on cooldown. Makes sense. Punch you in the face. It's not like palm, I guess. Palm them in the face. Really? Tried to run past me? You fool! Yeah, that's unnecessarily long. I wouldn't be doing that very often. I get items during that animation. I was gonna make sure everything was reloaded and then realized I have a sword. Probably don't need to reload.
Fallen raiding party ahead. They don't seem thrilled about Navota's presence.
But they won't appreciate yours either.
What a talking about chat. What am I saying? Just dribble. This gun? Ninja was not. So it's, you know, it's not terribly accurate at range, which makes sense for that home's good to know. So sorry I didn't stream yesterday, folks. I got heat stroke in the night. I haven't been sleeping well, so I took a over-the-counter herbal sleeping aid, which I think put me under so much that I didn't wake up when I overheated. Didn't feel well enough to stream, so I didn't. Ah, it's good. I think I saw the micro missile thing.
I'm reading dense hive signatures in a facility up ahead.
Navota is gathering a swarm.
We might be walking into a trap.
That's the gig. We carry the light where no one else can.
I'll be honest, I do keep forgetting I have the blink jump modifier on, jump ability, so that's why I keep accidentally teleporting. I was trying to get height, which I guess technically I did, but not in the way I intended. Multiple hits into homing rocket. Okay. I was just double checking the weapon ability. Reach the Jovian complex. arrived. Strike partner, strike buddy. I think there are ones up, but I could be wrong.
I burned out the rest of Navota's hiding spots. She's got nowhere to run.
A well-crafted snare.
I'm just doing my part. It's in your hands now, Guardian.
Yeah, this fight sucks. I remember doing this with my other character. It is awful. And I'm really glad that
All right,
I have
take her
someone
down.
to do it with me. Hey, I'm gonna drop this. Have that. Oh, right, okay. Kind of good lifesteal. Triumph completed. Rapidly defeat 3 combatants with precision. I got 3 headshots. 3 headshot kills. Ooh. Oh, no, you don't. Going for the money. This isn't the final room. Defeat Noble. This is the final room. And it gets hairy. I wish that so bad. Oh, I didn't want that. Navota. Pew pews. I will go for pew pews. I'm poisoned, I guess. Moving out. Wave of rolls. The next wave that's the annoying one. says grenade prep 3, but this is the annoying way. There's the ship. Oh, I did it! Yes! Super for the win.
Cass, Maeve, they can rest easier now, thanks to you. Well, maybe. Don't sell yourself short. I see a spark in your Guardian. Make sure you keep it safe. Don't let it get to your head, okay? This is only the beginning of your story.
Excellent work. Return to the tower.
That sounds like an interesting sandwich. I'm not a fan of peanut butter, but I hope that you enjoy it nonetheless. That went far easier this time than it did the last time I did that. How do I... Can I commend? How do I commend? For you it's tasty? That's all that matters. That is all that matters.
Novota is no more. And you have continued to impress us with your ongoing successes, Guardian. With help from Guardians like you, we have come to a greater understanding of the truth. The darkness is not what we first assumed. Like the light, it is a powerful tool of paracausal energy. Despite my earlier misgivings, we have learned how to harness it to help humanity. Just as our enemies have found ways to wield the light against us. What we once thought was the darkness, the vile entity responsible for our great collapse, is now known to us as the Witness. For the first time in hundreds of years, the Traveler left the last city to directly confront it in Earth's orbit. And the Vanguard needs you now more than ever. Come see me for some important assignments, Guardian.
It's really bad not figuring out how to commend my fellows in that strike. But the game is not super intuitive. I'm back. Before we go talk to Zavala for that super important mission, there's something even more important that I need to do on the tower. Also, I need to talk to Ikora and do the unlock all the subclasses quests. Well, that was handy.
Your wilting loyalty to the Vanguard is not going unnoticed.
Never back to the city for a visit.
How can the Vanguard help?
Ikora welcomes you with a mix of warmth and relief, Guardian. It's good to see you back in the tower. We'll need everyone for the fight ahead. Revisit past missions to understand what's at stake for the Guardians and all of humanity. Complete each mission for rewards to arm yourself for the future. You can launch missions directly from the timeline. Ah yes, the timeline is now available. Complete the mission Cade's Fate from the timeline. The Guardians have a long and storied history. Relive Cade 6's last mission to understand his enduring impact on his fellow Guardians. in the shadow of the mountain. Ikora acknowledges your approach with a short bow before handing you a datapad. Guardian, I've received a number of alarming sightings from Hidden patrolling the EDZ, Scorn, on Earth. Ikora watches your reaction before continuing. Crow already confirmed trails of dark ether leading into the mountains of the EDZ. I'd like you to lead a team off his intel and figure out where they're coming from. Ikora steps forward, and once you do, put a stop to it. Congratulations on the 3-stream streak, by the way. Enjoy those bubbles. Complete the Warlord's Ruin dungeon in the EDZ. You were tasked with assisting Crow in investigating Scorn sightings near a ruined Dark Age castle in the EDZ. Datapad summary. Scorn Raider sighted in sector EDZ R5. Scorn Raiders 5-7 sighted in sector EDZ R4. Taken migration from Sludge to sector EDZ R. Scorn Chieftain engaged in sector EDZ R2. Potential redacted in play. Retreated into mountains. External operative confirmed Dark Ether Trail. Guardian Fire Team requested. Yeah, I'll hold off on buying new stuff for now.
Walk in the light.
Talk to Zavala over there.
People need to feel safe here.
I'm gonna be so mad.
It's not Zavala.
Just ignore. Hey there.
Oh, her hood was the same colour as his face. Clan Steward Soraya Hawthorne, once a wanderer beyond the city, Soraya Hawthorne now acts as a liaison between humanity and the Guardians. Rise, Hawthorne hurries to hand you a datapad. This just came in from a communications relay on Titan. The commander asked me to deliver it to you immediately. The datapad contains coordinates on Titan for the new Pacific Arcology. The Hive have a foothold there, but the deputy commander says the situation has changed, Hawthorne says with concern. Something about a lucent Hive ship entering Titan's atmosphere and diving into the ocean, Hawthorne says, and motions to the datapad. Details look scarce, but whatever's going on can't be good. Launch the Ghost of the Deep Dungeon from Helm in the Director. Deputy Commander Sloan spotted a lucent Hive command ship entering Titan's atmosphere. Shortly after its arrival, the ship dove into the moon's methane sea, and anomalous energy speaking spiked at the new Pacific Arcology. Deputy Commander is coordinated to investigate. Thought I had that. Never mind.
See you soon.
And it's all clan stuff. I'm not in a clan, so I'm not that interested.
Do we have a deal?
Trying to remember where I need to go for the thing I want to do. I think it's just back up to the exit. Thing. It was not. Hang on, chap. We're going exploring. I need to find something. I don't think it was all the way down here, but I will double check anyway. It's like for any vendors over here? Oop. And this is the Drifters area. Or not. It's just a room, I guess. Sparkly. It's not what I'm looking for, however, but it is pretty. I'll give them that.
For the traveler.
Where the heck was it? There it is. There he is. Activate the good boy protocol. Yeah. Good boy protocol activated. What? Congratulations, whoever just won 5 points in the jump catch.
Yes.
Screen. Oh, I actually want to talk with you.
How can I help?
Armor Synthesis, Ada. Advanced Prototype Exo, Warden of the Black Armory. Asset Protection. It's good to see you again, Guardian. Ada-1 greets you. Recent events have stirred up unpleasant family memories from the Golden Age, and I'm glad to be working with someone I can trust. Lord Shaxx and I are determined to get you ready to face the Witness, she continues. I can recreate a famous, or maybe infamous weapon from your past, but I'll need your help. Several years ago, you foiled a heist in the Old Tower. I've created a simulation of the events using modified Vex tech from the Infinite Forest, she explains. I can extrapolate data from your run through the simulation and use it to refashion the weapon, perhaps even improve upon it. Anything to save us from another collapse, she concludes. I can't lose another family that way. Complete the exotic mission 0 Hour. Launch the mission from the legend subscreen on your director. Ada-1 requests that you run a simulation of the foiled fallen heist in the Old Tower so that she can gather data to recreate an infamous weapon of the past. I assume these will... I know. Just random objectives, huh? Okay, so that's how... Does it look cool? It is brown. It does not look cool. What about this one? Not great. I'm good.
Until next time.
Inoperable. Oh no. Yeah, you scan those pages repeatedly, little robot. There he is. Let's see what the Drifter's got.
Hey, kid. Looking good.
Okay, I have one Vanguard Engram. I'm not terribly bothered about the reputation stuff right now, as that will largely just come in time. Wow, you can run around a lot of this, huh? Goes nowhere though. Cool. I know. Oh, wonder why it's in the game. Going up. Who's a good boy? Okay, if I remember to, I'm going to activate the Good Boy Protocol at the start and end of every stream. So if you're not here for that content, I don't apologise because he's adorable. And then just all of the UI shit. Do you have something for me? Good, Banshee?
Sure.
An odd flame. Haven't gotten my hands on one of these in a long time, but I can tell it's keen to get back into fighting Trim. And see what I can do. Recreate the Dragon's Breath Catalyst by defeating scorched combatants and bosses. Classics like this thrive in target-rich environments. Give it a spark, it'll give you a firestorm. Sure. Why not? Calibrate auto rifles against any target. Earn bonus progress with precision final blows and against opposing Guardian. I mean...
Thanks.
Sure. Cool. Complete daily gunsmith bounties, dismantle weapons and armor, earn armor and weapons at each rank, powerful upgrades at major ranks.
Keep it loaded.
Neat. Oh, this is how you... Okay. Monument to Lost Lights. Built in honor of those who sacrificed their light to defend humanity. Created in collaboration with Cryptarchs to help Guardians manage armaments. Open the exotic gear archive to examine the weapons and armor you can add to your arsenal for the cost of one exotic side. Seasonal weapons and armor is no longer available from the original quests. I see. Well, at least you just buy them. So there's that. And they're all the same level as I am, so you can just upgrade them. That's my vault. That's fine. That's ping over there. How do I deal with Vanguard engrams?
Your return honors me, Guardian.
Rahul's rewards program. As you stroll through the tower, Rahul waves you over. Guardian, he calls. I've been meaning to thank you. The data we've been able to recover over the years has been invaluable to rebuilding the archives. I know you have a lot of options for Cryptarchs here in the tower, and I hope you know that your loyalty has not gone unnoticed. We've never seen another Cryptarch here, but before you can ask about them, he barrels onward. I know. Words without action are only so much bluster. But I have something special for you, he says, reaching into his pocket. I've been working on a new technique for focusing the results of exotic engrams. I wouldn't do this for just anyone who asked, but for a loyal client like yourself. Rahul produces a small and battered card, handing it over to you with a flourish. Engram Insider's stamp card. It's a loyalty scheme. A wrinkled stamp card with Rahul's face on it. It reads, Welcome to the Engrams Insiders Club. Focusing valuable gear will earn you amazing prizes. Punches are redeemable for access to Rahul's advanced focusing techniques. At the bottom of the card is a line of cramped text. Master Rahul and the Cryptarchs Union are not liable for any death, disintegration, dismemberment, or other injuries sustained in pursuit of engrams. Terms and conditions may apply. He sells ships? Hell yeah. Focusing and decrypting powerful grey gear grants reputation, earning... Okay. Oh? Material exchange, you say? Oh, so it's like in the first game where you just... Cool. I don't have... Okay, but I don't have any of those. How do I decode normal engrams? That ship looks pretty badass, not gonna lie. Anyway, I've got a cool ship. Okay, so that's...
Circumstances change, but the data remains...
He's specifically for exotics. I don't have an exotic engram. I have a normal... It's gone again! God damn it. Do they just go to the vendor automatically?
Checking.
Oh, it's Katie again. Postmaster frames due to oversee deliveries, messages, and lost items. Oh, did I leave that? That's interesting.
Done. All done.
Fusion rifles.
Sure. Rhythmic physical expressions won't win a fight, but they feel good. And feeling good is better than not.
It's Claudia Black. Yes.
Need something new?
Alright. Talk to Zavala.
Greetings.
A spark of hope. Exemplary work, Guardian. Strikes are an important component in our defense of humanity. As of now, I'm approving you for our full range of strike protocols. We're always in need of more fire teams ready to take the fight to the enemy's door. Zavala holds one hand against the other palm. Now it's time for you to commemorate your success. You're ready for the next Guardian rank. The ceremony starts at the tree behind you. Zavala smiles. Don't delay. I can now go everywhere. Woohoo! Zavala's gaze is weighty, a mixture of pride, worry, and hope. Congratulations on reaching the second Guardian rank. If you ever lack clarity on what to do next, the ranks offer constructive guidance. There are two important tasks ahead of you. First, the superconductor. Completed analysis tells us it's exactly what we hoped for. We believe it can be used to reconstruct a powerful arc weapon, a salvaged piece of Golden Age technology. Ikora Ray led the research efforts. She'll brief you on the specifics. Wow, just straight up marketing, huh? Cool. I mean, yes, if it was cheaper, I would probably buy it, but it's not.
Requisition approved.
Guess that was a reward, maybe?
Be brave. Good. You're back.
Oh, sweet. A shader. Ooh. Okay, so it pops up there. Is what I'm learning.
Indeed.
No, still like the Warlock one. It's all fine there.
All security requests must be directed through central processing.
Vanguard Unity, Vanguard Discipline. Still not a fan of it, I'm being completely honest. Okay, then just the tree. Did I do it wrong? Anyway. Right, so if I go to... Nope. The director... Quests. I need to speak with Ikora Ray. Cool. I can do that. So I'm just going to play through New Light primarily before doing anything else. And then probably go over to the... Ada 1's things. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Have the new hockey models come in yet?
Huh. Hey, Bird, careful.
Your light has not gone out.
A spark of hope. Your timing is fortuitous. There is a record of a powerful weapon in the archives, an arc-powered submachine gun lost in the collapse. We recovered the frame, but it was incomplete, lacking the arc power source. That changes today, with your discovery of the superconductor. Ikora clasps her hands together as though slotting a key into a lock. Find Devrim K, our scout in the EDZ. He can direct you to the inoperable frame. One final consideration. Ikora smiles grimly. You will need all the tools at your disposal to succeed in this task. The light has many possibilities for you to explore. Expand your mind, deepen your experience, and learn to harness the light in new ways. I can buy new light subclasses. A small box containing symbolic key areas that represent the forms of light, arc, solar, and void, gifted by Ikora as a reminder of your journey to master them. Okay, but how do I buy them? Ah, there we go. Awaken your latent power of arc light by generating opposite power defeated combatants at certain points using arc damage grant. Oh, just kill people? Stoking the flame. Cool.
Be well.
So let's just unlock those by playing the game.
Wake up, human! I want the kind the hunters use.
Yep, let's just play the game. Let's go to the EDZ.
Have the new hockey models
That's on the moon.
Monitoring all channels. Stay alert.
That's all that. I hate that I can't clear this out because it's locked.
Security scans in progress.
However,
Do you carry the
destination.
Daito models?
So
Have the new hockey
here
models
it
come
is.
in
This
yet?
is what I was trying to show you the other day, chat. So because they vaulted the story campaign and stuff, this is how you play like the important story beats again. The Traveller awakened. When hope seemed lost, the Traveller ended its slumber and burst with light, damaging its shell but saving the last city from Gaul. The shockwave travelled deeper into the stars, waking even greater threats. That's the opening cinematic.
Do you carry the Daito models?
We've seen that cinematic as well. The Red War. Dominus Gaul led his Red Legion Cabal on an assault of the last city. Victorious, he used Cabal technology to ensnare the Traveller and block Guardians' access to the light. Guardians regathered the Vanguard and mounted a counter-assault to take back humanity's home. Gor's plan to steal the light backfired and the Traveler destroyed him. So I think that was the original campaign. I think I remember playing through that, like the opening mission of that in the, because I played the beta for this. I think I remember seeing that. There's also a new player guide tucked away up here, which just takes you to, I've read it, chat, it's not great. It's not great at all. And then these were other campaigns that they vaulted. Curse of Osiris. Osiris, the former Warlock Vanguard and exile from the last city, sought to thwart Panoptes, the infinite mind, from using simulations to achieve total victory for the Vex. Oh, that's vexing. Osiris and the Guardian entered the Infinite Forest, a Vex simulation engine, and defeated Panoptes. Osiris chose to remain in the forest to use its simulations for humanity's gain. Warmind? After the Traveler woke, the shockwave caused warsats to crash on the surface of Mars, revealing the core of the Golden Age Warmind, AI, Rasputin, as well as forgotten foes. Anna Bray, hunter, descendant of a Golden Age lineage, worked with the Guardian to defeat the Hive worm god Shoal, Zol, and his herald, Nokris. Rasputin pledged to safeguard humanity, but only on its own terms.
Do you carry the dice?
And then these are the historical, that's the historical story beat you can do. I didn't miss any, no, there's no things to replay here. It's just a recap of the campaigns. Forsaken, Season of the Forge. Guardians met Ada 1, reclusive exo and curator of the weapon foundry called the Black Armory. Though distrustful of Lightbearers, Ada needed help to recover her forges lost during the Red War. Hi Guns, how you doing? Guardians recovered all 4 armory forges and unearthed secrets of Ada's own past, rekindling the armory's operations and changing Ada's outlook on those who wield the light. Season of the Drifter. The Drifter upped the ante on his gambit, much to the Vanguard's disappointment. Guardians made a choice to spy on the Drifter or to work more closely with him. Guardians learned bits of the Drifter's past, that the Nine are patrons of his endeavours, and that he knew their emissary days past when both were different people. Who the... Wait, are the Nine the Awoken? How's they? Not too bad, Guns. Dealing with the extremely unintuitive way that this game handles things. Like, you can barely see those icons, but you can hover over them. Guns is mad. There's a new D&D and it's different and therefore bad and don't like change them when you go mad now. You know, fair. My main problem with the new edition of D&D is that if you're at Gen Con, you can buy it now because they have like advanced copies, I assume, that were air freighted over as for proofing purposes, and they're just like, or were air freighted to sell at Gen Con. And like, if you have a product that's ready to sell, allow everyone to buy it. Don't have it for a select few, because it's not even like a FOMO thing. Because I know it's coming. They're not going to not release the player's handbook. It's just annoying. Particularly as they've made a big deal about pre-ordering it on D&D Beyond gets you digital access to it a week early if you're a subscriber of a certain level. It's like, you could have it months early if you went to Gen Con. For, not free, obviously, but anyway. That's why I'm angry about the new edition of D&D. It's just the marketing and how they're releasing it. Season of Opulence. Thousands gauge responses to the changes, maybe? But it's too late now, though, because it's printed. Emperor Callus, disgraced former leader of the Cabal, enticed Guardians back to his Leviathan ship with promises of power, all in the hopes that he could sway them to his clandestine ranks as a shadow. The Guardians competed in Callus's menagerie and claimed their spoils, but their allegiances remained steadfast. That's another cinematic. This is the DLC I own, by the way. I do not own Forsaken. Was it not included in the pack? Interesting. Shadowkeep. I might see if I can buy this. An ancient enemy grows ever closer, and as the heroes of the last safe city turn their attention to the frontiers of our galaxy, new nightmares emerge from beneath the lunar surface. Heed Erispawn's call and stand against the Hive Swarm. Construct an arsenal out of nightmare essence, and destroy the evil lurking in the pit of heresy and garden of salvation. So already printed, I've already found things that I need to errata. Hey, that's totally fair. I like how their digital edition is D&D Beyond only, which is content you don't actually own. Hey, Guns, that's fine. I could go on a rant about owning subscriptions and licenses for quite some time. I try not to.
Do you carry the Daito
Season of the Undying. The Vex, spurred by the reactivation of the pyramid on Earth's moon, opened a portal to the Black Garden, Their forces spewed forth, assaulting the lunar surface. Ikora Ray and the Guardian launched defenses into the garden, using a portal of Ikora's creation to track and destroy the Vex leader, the Undying Mind. The Guardian recovered a relic of darkness from within the garden. So I don't think I can replay these seasons, but I can replay the main content. I don't know how it works. It's not explained anywhere. Season of Dawn. Osiris exited the Infinite Forest with a portent of humanity's doom, foreseen in the simulations. He learned the remains of the Red Legion had taken the Sundial, a failed time travel experiment of his own invention. The Guardians fought the Cabal and their Scion Council to stop them from rewriting history, then used the same methods to save the Lost Guardian Saint 14 from his death in the past. Okay, for any and all of your rants, you even have tea? Yeah, that's fair. I have water. But yes, the it's that classic thing, right? Copyright is theft. But if you don't own a product, can you really steal it? Like, can it be really stolen? I'm not advocating for copyright theft. I want to point that out. But if you don't own the product anyway, it's dicey. Season of the Worthy. Morally, I guess, dicey. Legally, it's obviously they're going to come down on the side of the people with all the money, which are usually the people saying, like, hey, you stole this thing from me that I'm not going to let you own, but you've still stolen it. It's a really fun and interesting point. It is, isn't it? Anyway, again, I don't advocate for copyright theft. As a writer and freelance contractor, copyright is important. I think it's being abused, yes, by corporations. If I can't own it, then it isn't stealing. For TOS purposes, this is a joke. Exactly. Season of the Worthy. With their plans for the Sundial foiled, the Legion made a desperate play for revenge on humanity. They launched the derelict Almighty, former pride of Gaul's fleet at the last city. Anna Bray and the Vanguard put aside their differences and made a plan to use Rasputin's Warsat network to neutralize the threat. The Guardians powered Rasputin's arsenal, and the Warmind destroyed the Almighty. Season of Arrivals. The Black Fleet, humanity's ancient foe. At first glance, I read that as Ancient T, and I was like, okay. Returned to our system and knocked out Rasputin's defences with trivial ease. The Vanguard evacuated some stellar bodies as the pyramids descended on them. Guardians worked with Eris Morn to translate cryptic messages from the pyramids while battling back the enemies of humanity, now emboldened by the growing shadow enveloping humanity. That's humanity twice in one sentence. The Traveller healed. As the Pyramid fleet darkened the skies of the Sol system and entire planets disappeared in the encroaching shadow, the Traveller acted once more and reformed its shape. None know the true nature of this act. Was it a defensive measure, reacting to a growing threat, a clarion call to Guardians, or something yet undiscovered? Okay, I need to figure this out. Why don't I...
When does the new Cassoid model come out? I want the kind that the hunters use.
Okay, but I bought the thing.
Something's missing here. Do you carry the Daito models?
Interesting. I'm super confused. I thought I owned Forsaken. Hang on, I'm going to pause the YouTube recording for a moment. Unpause the recording. Oh dear, well, you've seen my installs. Never mind. Humanity's ancient foes returned. As the Black Fleet fills the sky, a strange power pulls friend and foe alike to the ruins of Europa, and a new Kel wields the gift of darkness to unite the fallen. Ah, not the Kel's thing again. Work with the Exo Stranger to stop Aramis, Kel of Darkness, in a new story campaign. Master Stasis subclasses and unlock the secrets of the Deepstone Crypt. That one I own. Hell yeah. Season of the Hunt. As planets vanished, Shivu Arath, the Hive God of War, moved to seize power. That would be highly illegal as I'm not a Gen Con. Fair. Osiris walked a dangerous path to learn of this plot. His ghost Sagira paid the ultimate price. The Guardian met an unexpected ally, Aldrin Soth, murderer of Kate 6, reborn as Crow. Oh, slight spoiler, I guess. A Guardian in the Spider's employ. The Guardian forged Shivu's plans and bargained with the Spider to buy Crow's freedom. And as Wizard of the Coast is known to use pink to retrieve products so they want in the hands of certain people. No, guns. That's completely understandable. Oh, and say this before I forget, it's now too late for us to order those stamps for you. They will almost certainly not arrive in time. I'm sorry. Season of the Chosen. Kayatl, Empress of the Cabal... Ouch? I don't know. Kayatl, Empress of the Cabal, led her fleet to the Sol system and offered a deal to Zavala. Swear fealty and defeat the Hive together. Not an issue people took too long to get back to. Totally fair. Swear fealty and defeat the Hive together. The commander refused. The Guardians undermined Kyatl's attempts to form a war council, defeating her champions in ritual combat. Cabal renegades attempted to kill Zavala, but Crow foiled the plot, revealing his identity in the process. Zavala and Kyatl agreed on a truce. You agreed to a truce. Season of the Splicer. As a Vex simulation plunged the last city into darkness, the Vanguard turned to the Elixni Splicer Mithrax for aid. In return, Ikora offered to shelter House Light within the city's walls. A controversial decision. With Mithrax's help, the Guardians learned to delve deep into the Vex network. There they discovered the true mastermind behind the Endless Night, Curia Blade Transform. After defeating Curia as well as a treasonous Vex invasion of the last city led by faction leader Lakshmi II, the Guardians successfully lifted the Endless Night. Mithrax and House Light remain in the Elixni Quarter as allies of the Vanguard. Season of the Lost. After Saint 14, Crow and the Guardian raced to the Dreaming City to confront Osiris. Savathun revealed the truth. For months she had assumed Osiris' identity, sowing distrust and chaos within the Vanguard and beyond. After a confrontation, the Witch Queen restored Crow's memories of his days as Uldren Solve. Now faced with his past, Crow retreated into solitude. Queen Morosov struck a bargain where, in exchange for being freed from her worm, Savathun would reveal the secrets of the darkness. Intent on lifting the curse from the Dreaming City, Mora planned to kill her nemesis, but just as the separation ceremony completed, Savathun escaped, her whereabouts unknown. We've almost caught up to with the story, chat. Obviously, some of this is stuff that I'll be playing through anyway, but I just wanted to get it all done and out of the way so we knew roughly where we're at. 30th anniversary, in case I ever do end up doing modern season stuff. 30th anniversary, Zero invites you to the shores of eternity where your skill will be tested. That's a Gjallarhorn. And rewarded. Celebrate 30 years of Bungie with new content that pays homage to a legendary legacy of gaming. Lift the exotic Gjallarhorn from its resting place within the new 3-player dungeon. Use its power to pursue new armor sets, cosmetics, and weapons inspired by Bungie's storied history. Like, this is a safe and welcoming space, and all I really like the stamps. Like, I'd collect them if it wasn't an endlessly expensive task. Really like. Hey! Philately? Stamp collecting is a fantastic hobby. I used to collect stamps as a wee child. It is, as you point out, endlessly expensive though. While we're talking about D&D stuff, if you liked 4th edition D&D, in the recent itch bundle for Palestine relief support, there was a fantastic 4th edition inheritor called Beacon. It is so good. It is a mix of 4th edition D&D and video games. I'm absolutely here for the 4th edition, like, not quite clone movement, but the inheritor movement from D&D 4th edition. We've reached the point where people who grew up with 4th edition and like it are making games, and it is so nice to see. But at the end of each, like, you don't find magic items, you find loot boxes. It's interesting as a concept. Anyway, Lucent Hive. That's another mission. Delve into Savathun's twisted throne world to uncover the mystery of how she and her Lucent brood stole the light, learn the secrets required to craft all new weapons, a new weapon archetype, and take back light. Season of the Risen. Savathun emerged with an army of Lucent Hive and threatened the source of the Guardian's power. To contend with the Witch Queen, the Vanguard relied on their fragile alliance with Empress Kyatl. Wielding the Cabal's light-suppressing technology, Guardians explored the minds of the Witch Queen's soldiers to find the intel needed to prevent her plans from coming to fruition. Season of the Haunted. The Leviathan returned, now corrupted by nightmares from humanity's past. With its sights set on the Moonstorm Pyramid ship, Guardians intervened before Callus could reclaim its power. In the end, the Leviathan was severed from the pyramid permanently, but even as the nightmares began to fade, Callus ensured his return and threatened the Vanguard with the arrival of the Witness. Season of Plunder. Frozen on Europa since her defeat, Eramis had been mysteriously released from her icy shackles. To stop her and the Elixni pirate crew she had assembled, Guardians formed a crew of their own. Guardians set sail aboard Spider's ship, charting the stars in search of lost relics that promised to grant Eramis terrifying power, should she plunder them first. Season of the Seraph. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to rebuild the Warmind Rasputin. To that... now I want to rewatch Mission Impossible. To that end, we need to infiltrate Braytech facilities in exotic locales throughout the system to steal back long-lost portions of Rasputin's consciousness. These entities are known as the Seraphs. Hey, I know that lore name. Okay, my father just tried to ring. I'm going to clear that. Keep the text reminding me I have a voicemail for later.
When does the new Cassoid model come out?
Lightfall. The Witness has arrived, threatening the city, the Traveler, and all of Sol. Aided by its newest disciple, Emperor Callus, the Witness aims to bring about a second collapse. Race Emperor Callus to the edge of the solar system, learn the ways of the Cloud Striders, wield Strand, a new power of the darkness, and bring an end to Callus's reign. Prevent the apocalypse. Season of Defiance. In the aftermath of the Witness's attack, the Vanguard calls upon its closest allies. The Guardian must master the righteous powers of the Awoken if they hope to stand against the encroaching Shadow Legion, tear through the Ascendant Plane, and use the mysterious abilities of the Queen's Guard to breach the Pyramid outposts and banish Callus's troops. Fight for the freedom of your allies and the very future of Earth. Season of the Deep. Saturn's missing moon of Titan has returned, overrun with Taken and Hive searching for something at the bottom of the methane ocean. Guardians must follow them into the deep and beyond to uncover ancient secrets. No shame wanting to hold on to them, I'm taking up space and I'd long stop carrying. Yeah, like Angel and I have some magic cards, but Angel's not a fan of it, and I'm happy with the decks I have, so I'm not going to buy more. We've recently gone into Lorcana, which she likes a lot more, and we play a lot more of. And also they had a co-op set recently, so that was pretty cool. Season of the Witch. Become a master of the arcane arts as you work with Eris Morn to fulfill a dangerous bargain with Imaru, the Witch Queen's ghost. Ascend Savathun's spire and delve into her altars of summoning to explore her dark rituals and esoteric secrets. Is that what they're calling it these days? Okay, Bungie, we know what you're talking about. Wink. Finally help Eris unleash her inner hive in a desperate gambit to save Earth and the Traveler from the Witness's dominion. Scene of the Wish. Venture into Riven's lair to recover her lost clutch in exchange for her granting one final wish, the opening of a path to the Witness. So I'm hoping that the different seasons have... Now that's interesting. I own... These are classed as owned, but those are not. But this is the current season, I think. Anyway. The final shape. The final shape looms, a nightmarish calcification of reality into the Witness's twisted design. Embark on a perilous journey to the heart of the Traveler, the Vanguard, and end the War of Light and Darkness. So as I say, this is the end of the saga of Light and Darkness. I'll be keeping an eye on when this goes on sale, but just keeping up with... I'm probably... If I do play this all the way through, which I'm going to try to. I won't keep up with it because each expansion is the cost of a new game, and I don't have the money for that. I'll be completely honest with you all, chat. Okay, I have a guide of like recommended order to do things.
I want the kind the hunters use.
A guide in Rises, then the timeline reflection things. Okay. But for now, I have... I'm going to keep doing the same. As I say, I'll keep doing the New Light stuff first anyway. So we'll track this, and we'll head down to the EDZ. European Dead Zone. The Cradle of Humanity, World of Ancient Glory, waiting to be retaken. Okay. So why would I not start over here?
I want the kind that the hunters use.
As I say, I just wanted to get all the story catch up out of the way, because it's not like I'll be, you know, playing through all the seasons and things. And I'd much rather do it in one go than do stuff, go back to the timeline to do more reading, etc. Because I'll forget, if I'm being honest. Through the Breach! Oh my gosh, someone else who's played it. Well, I want to play it, but someone else who's heard of it. I can love Malifaux. Such a good setting. I really should apply for that Penny Dreadful. Submit my work to Rifle. Oh, he's in a church. Cool. Yeah, I'm not here for that anymore. Where's my jump? Balance glide. I don't get up there. Oh.
There you are.
I may have found out how to get up there, chat.
Hail, Queen's Guard.
I'm not Queen's Guard.
To say that at least once.
Be careful out there.
Is that Gideon Emerald? Ever the gentleman's Dead Zone Scout, Devram K. Ever the gentleman sniper, Devram K holds fast in the wilds of the EDZ. A spark of hope. Ah, welcome to my cozy hideaway, Guardian. Ikora said you'd be coming. Told me what's what. Sounds like you're looking for a weapon frame? There's one of Cade's old treasures, recovered during a Vanguard operation. I'm happy to help, but there's a bit of a snag. The former hunter Vanguard was notorious for hiding his goodies behind elaborate puzzles. In this case, he divided the map containing the frame's location and squirreled the map components away. Devram pauses and shakes his head. Unfortunately, that was a long time ago, and the Fallen have stolen the fragments of Cade's map. Hard to finish a jigsaw without all the pieces, eh? You raid some Fallen lost sectors? I bet you'll find what you need. Cheers, and good luck. Ribbon Iron Lancer and Algun don't fight, looks like. Until I just can't get enough to play them. I might own fight? I don't know. Lancer, I've heard nothing but good things about, except that it's incredibly crunchy. So if you are fine with that, that's cool. There's also a whole bunch of official resources that are available for free with Lancer. Reclaim fragments by defeating Fallen and Moss. Okay. I'm probably going to get that
choice. Good luck. I think I'll give Hawthorne a call. It will be good to hear from her.
Okay. So it was just Lost Sector chests? Fallen and Lost Sectors can be found within Trostland and EDZ. The Lost Sectors are hidden in the area surrounding the church, maybe even within. Look for the... Okay, interesting. Well, I see this ramp down here, so... Oh, there's a path up to it. I'm an idiot.
You ready for some diplomacy? Track down these targets and convince them to donate their resources to the farm. Pretty reasonable, right?
Could this be a Lost Sector area? I think I mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned this on the stream or not actually, but we were talking about this in the server I'm a part of, about how D&D as a role-playing game is very... Like, you don't have to engage with it on a very deep level. Lost Sectors. Discovery. You found a Lost Sector. These are dangerous areas where powerful combatants guard chests of loot. Whenever you see this symbol out in the world, you see the Lost Sector entrance. Cool. That's where I wanted to be. Cough. And like you don't need to get as emotionally invested in D&D as with other games. And with everything being... And, you know... I know it sounds like anyone else wanted to go shit. It's true. Also, everything's just on the sheet, which is fine. You know, no bad thing, but all of your tools are available to you. And it gives you a very defined kind of expectations. Grenades. That's an interesting looking helmet. I'll check that out in a moment. Oh, still alive. Right, there was a chest thing. Collect loot! Yeah! Okay, I really don't know why it says grenades preps times 3, because I can't throw 3 grenades. 1941. It's technically worse than what I've currently got, but I'll keep it for now anyway. Why do you keep giving me things that are worse than what I've got equipped? How was it? Yeah, so having everything on the character sheet obviously is not a bad thing. It's great for accessibility and for being able to introduce people to the game. And once you get over the initial, holy heck, there's a lot of information on this sheet, 5th edition is super easy to understand. Obviously, I'm coming from a place of privilege where my neurodivergence means that I understand rules easily, but that seems to be the general gist. Everything you need for a D&D character sheet is on one page character sheet. Most of which mechanics cards you can't become attached to the character. You haven't even specified the character. I mean, this is where we can agree to disagree, I guess, because while mechanically you haven't specified the character, although obviously you can choose subclass, and then the new edition has feats, a whole bunch more feats. For me, the character is not the mechanics. The character is the roleplay. Was that it? Did I only need to get the one? And I'm also fortunate enough to be able to play with people who will work with me to be like, hey, if this is the direction you want to take the character in, here's something that will help that. Mechanically speaking, to reinforce the themes of the character.
Always. What can I do for you?
I'm also going to look up this grenades prep thing. I'm saying the character set of morals like the D&D character is just what you roll when you need to. I mean, to be fair, D&D character sheets do have bonds, ideals, and they do have personality traits and prompts and things to help you keep track of the character stuff, if that's what you mean. But I see what you mean also. But equally, like, that's what note paper's for. That's what an in-character journal is for. That's what playing is for. Spark of Hope. I met Cade enough times to know a thing or two about his code names of things. Cosmonaut Club. Devram scratches his beard and stares out the window of the steeple. I bet the pot is referring to the Cosmodrome. Must have been spooked by something and decided to relocate.
Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill. Keep a sharp lookout.
Thanks, Devram, for yelling in my ear while I'm standing at your face. You're probably best off checking the interior of the Cosmodrome wall. It's the only place he could reliably hide something from the Fallen in old Russia. Good luck, Guardian. Don't forget a coat. It gets a bit nippy in Siberia this time of year. Why does it keep giving me stuff that's worse than what I'm carrying?
A Glimmer mining crew.
Shut them down.
And yeah, if D&D doesn't meet your needs, that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying that D&D has to meet everyone's needs. No game meets everyone's needs.
They're heading to another site.
Oh. Now it's a grenade launcher! D&D 5 is Power Practical in 5's version of D&D and 2024 D&D. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's a whole thing. It is a mess.
There goes the drill.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
A tricky business, mining Glimmer without a drill. Good work.
Well, I guess I'll equip the shotgun. Grenade launcher. I'll say a comparison stream in my future. Guns, if you want to do it, go for it. I would offer to help out, but I don't have, you know, the rules. I've also not really experimented much with, okay, that doesn't have infinite ammo. That's a 1 and a 2 grenade launcher. Okay. This is going to be fun. Complete mission risk reward in EDZ. Everyone has pinpointed the likely location of the case / column during find it and the work from highs. You can use the superconductor to complete this mission. Oh, the world's greatest role-playing game is an awful tagline. It is so arrogant. They can only get away with saying that because it has the largest audience. There's all pale hard stuff. Oops. Nope. Please track it. Thank you. I'm thinking of collab, but now you've put that idea in my head. McDonald's says, yeah, McDonald's, by that, McDonald's could, I guess, claim to be the world's greatest fast food by that argument. Oh, hang on, do I need to kill 20 things with grenades in the EDZ? We'll find out.
Glad to see that superconductor is being put to use. I'll leave you to it, but you get in over your head? Call me. I still owe you a rescue or two. Shaw, over and out.
We're hunting dust captains. Kill the mechanics to draw them out.
Okay, but where are the mechanics? Sweet! Don't have to take part in that to get the loot from it. Been more interested in doing the last couple of years. My son is doing those with like friends, some of his emulations. Don't really know anything else. That's I can't believe I'm using a shotgun. I feel dirty, chat. Yeah, this is running out of ammunition. I'm just going to not use that. Let's go. Deal with this and then go hunting. One of three. I desecrated that button. Pugmire has potential, can't run it for them currently. Oh my god, Pugmire. Oh, run to Pugmire, the back PDF's gone out, but no one's interested in Pugmire. So I'm hoping they'll be able to drive through soon. Ow, my face. That was rude. Oh, right, it's a grenade launcher. I may have thought it was a fusion rifle still. Turns out, chat, absolutely not fusion rifle. I put my 2 in Mal 2 as well. Heck yeah. I can't obviously speak to the quality of Pugmire 2, but Mal, solid purchase. Let me know what you think. When it comes out, I'll let you know what I wrote, and you can let me know what you think. So that was the mechanic, I guess. And now the captain appears. Hey, I've got this grenade launcher. Oh, they bounce. Mother flipper, of course they bounce.
We've got what we need. Let's move.
Find the locked gate. Love Grimdark saw it when Black Cube was a book before in US dollar books. Box of books and materials. Oh, oof. That's a lot of. Find the open the lock gate near the gap in the breach. Well, that's this way. That is pricey. Hang on, is there a scorch cannon I can pick up and take? Let's go this way. Yeah, I think the problem with so I'm speaking as someone who grew up during their formative years with Warhammer 40,000, playing it and kind of being immersed in the lore. I think a lot of people who get exposed to Grimdark too early kind of just base their personality on it without realizing that a lot of the time it's satire. In fact, pretty much all of the time it's satire. I'm sorry. Am I not shooting you enough? You know what's nice about this version of this map?
Banshee's notes mentioned a locked door near the gap.
Chat, you know what's really nice about this? No traps. 40k's hero bright race. Just read about the Space Marines. Get out of here with your pro Space Marine propaganda. I will not have that on this channel. Somewhat amusingly, for someone who tries to be an optimist and as kind as possible, the two factions I do collect for 40k are the unequivocal villains of the setting, despite the fact that there are no heroes in the setting. But it's like
the only other note is Chasm. Have fun.
Thanks, Cade.
If we're hunting for one of Cade's stashes, those three words are a threat, followed by sarcasm.
Get it, chat? Sarcasm. Yeah, the two factions.
Watch your angles. The fall will probably kill you.
We good? The two factions I collect are they're not even trying to be good. They're just in it for fun. I assume over there. So if I go actually back up to where I just came from. Uh-oh. I should land on that pipe. Okay, that is not where one goes. Nah, guns. The orcs wouldn't want the Space Marines off their ship. Why was I jumping into the darkness? There's natural light over here. Because there's too much of a good fight. Oh, can you imagine doing this with Blink activated? Is that even possible? I'm sorry! I got distracted by the shank. Oh, nope, 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 nope. That was close. They got off the ship, we use the big shooters. That's true, they do more DACA. How the heck do I get up there?
Cade would have liked you.
Mantling.
You have his explorer spirit, and you're not afraid to take risks. Careful now.
Counterpoint though, if they're on the ship, you can use the choppers. I made that jump. One way to find out.
The math says even those closest to Cade will never find all of his stashes. The rumors of his misadventures don't even scratch the surface of the trouble he got up to. But who knows? Your legend is just getting started, Guardian.
That was almost bad.
Maybe someday it'll be your adventures that inspire a new generation of heroes and explorers.
Is him down there? Yup. For those curious, in case you are, Drukhari and Chaos all the way. It's just the two spikiest armies, and I keep spiking my fingers on the minis when I try to pick them up to move them. You'd think I'd learn after taking a Drukhari shoulder spike under the thumbnail, but nope, I did not. To be fair, I only collect Chaos because they were in the box that my friend bought. But they do have some pretty sweet models, so I'm not too angry about that. Why do I... Every time I jump, I just end up going down. Which is actually the opposite of jumping. I think I keep bonking on the pipe, maybe? I don't know. Let's try this angle. Mantle. Did not mantle. We're having fun, chat.
We're almost there. Keep climbing.
Easy for you to say. You could freaking fly. Who's shooting at me? Okay. I'm just aiming for the lights at this point. Hey.
Banshee was right. His funny chicken-loving friend left us a present.
Okay.
Your Your arsenal keeps growing, Guardian. The technology in your hands hasn't been seen in hundreds of years. Which is to say, watch where you point that thing.
I will. Damn it, it's worse than what I was using. It's a really thick and empty wall. I question its value as a wall. Yeah, I was trying not to think about how not defensive it is as a wall. New objective. Tester exotic. Oh, I have to use it. Okay. I would get rid of this, but it's the only solo special weapon I've got. Oh, sweet. Ranked up with the gunsmiths. Let's get rid of the sniper rifle. Okay, so primary ammo is a different ammo type. I see. Oh, I can't equip it because I've got the SMG. But correct. That makes sense. These are all different damage types apart from the shotgun. Go with the shotgun. Ooh, this is infinite ammo as well. Lovely.
Light them up.
Yeah, but it's an SMG. It's not going to have range. Okay, there's a hole there, chap. I don't know if you noticed. I certainly didn't. Stop the wall. I do like the it's a weird reload. Well, I like the design of the weapon. I'm not sure how actually practical it is. I assume those things on the back of capacitors that are charging as I fire it. That's pretty cool. Alright, so check out the perks. I like my SMGs have fine range but accuracy at range. Okay, yes. You got me. It has range. It is a ranged weapon. But it doesn't have accuracy. That was me. I misspoke. I'm not sure if that felt good or not. I think one of the bigger reasons using SMGs is mass suppression. It's usually found to be less accurate. Well, yeah, it's either mass suppression or extremely close quarters where rate of fire is important. Neither of which, as you point out, need the actual accuracy. Okay, so the current quest step in that quest line is to go to Zavala. However, I have the bounty for the EDZ, so I'm gonna head here and add the waypoint for that public event, and head for it. Oh, I need to change my weapon over again as well. Get that level back up to influence any loot that may drop. Although that is an arc weapon, that should be contributing to the Jolt subclass. To the arc subclass, sorry. How am I doing on the... Oops. Cool. This is the one here. That's that chest, that's fine. Lifesteal is too good. I'd probably grab a scorch camp about it.
We brought that walker to its knees.
I thought I heard an explosion.
Yeah, because then we blew it up.
Impressive.
Look, work, grumble, grumble. Hey, that's fair. I respect that you have a job. This one. I'm wondering why. Why some weapons that take special ammunition can go in the primary slot. And I suppose vice versa. This is the primary ammo. It's apparently limited, but there's an elemental damage type. I'm assuming don't stand in the red lights. Save something there. Yeah, do not stand in the red lights there.
We got that ship. That's a black eye for them.
Wow, they melted that guy.
I heard those explosions from here. What was that?
Oh, just us taking out a mining lander, a ship, and a commander.
As you do. I stand in awe.
That should be... Was it... this? There we go. Right, now I need to just kill 20 things with grenades for a bounty. Unfortunately for you, you're a thing. You died.
The enemy has posed us a problem. I do believe you're the solution. In your own time, my friend.
Unsafe for swimming. Oh, okay. Also just exploring, because obviously I've never been to this map before, so... This is a long-ass tunnel. That's my grenade! Once I've got the progress unlocked with the arc subclass, I'll try and find a solo weapon in my inventory. I think I've got one and start making progress towards that. But obviously I'm making progress towards that just by killing things anyway, so. Oh, there's the 3 orbs of power I needed. Maybe a foolhardy. Good place to get money then. The barrel going. Thank you. Ooh, so good. Oh, no. The right element. I've updated the Twitch mobile, let's see if it works any better. Ari, like it's gonna work any better. I'm just impressed it works. So welcome to the stream. My submachine gun is tasing people. Oh, is this a lost sector? I think yeah, this is a lost sector. That's why there's a boss here. Right, open the cache. Anything good in it. Grenade launcher. Yeah, okay, well, no, this is still the better auto rifle by 1 level. I'll pretend I intended to do that and it'll be fine. You get a 2-for-1 combo today. Satet's here on the couch with you. Heck yeah, welcome into Satet also. Or good day to Satet also, I should say. Chat, I don't actually know why I picked up the bounties. Well, the gunsmith one makes sense because you get free weapon draw from it, but the other stuff, less pay. Using the 2 for the grenade kill. But I figure I paid for them, so I should probably do them. As they're not free in this one. There's the lost sector symbol on this side. Oh, my grenade's back. Cool. Oh. What are we doing on the old west line? Ooh, that one's done. That one's nearly... Oh, right, I knew that one was done. That one's nearly done. Thank the maker. How's this bounty doing over here? 15 of 20. 5 more grenade kills. Am I liking this more than the first one so far? Hard to say. It's less intuitive.
If we want to keep it together out here in the wild, we'll need more supplies.
But the addition of submachine guns is definitely a point in its favour, as far as I'm concerned, as I really like submachine guns in video games. Hoping my grenade comes back soon. Clever say enjoying the colours. Yeah, graphically, obviously, it's better. It is also less. What's the phrase? I guess watercolor. It's less pastel. There we go. The colours are richer. And you start, well, I mean, now you start the game with everything, with all of your abilities and stuff, which is obviously good for player power fantasies. Kind of cluster. I guess I'll take two. That was charged. It was not. Okay, so that's fully done. Look. Do I have a... it's a fusion rifle. The only solo weapon I've got is a fusion rifle? Okay, fine. So be it. I have no ammunition for this, because I haven't been picking it up because I didn't need it. So the game is not giving it to me. I'm just using this to grind out the rest of this quest step.
Bay Victor!
Someone's suffering. Thank you for the resub, Kiwi. I really appreciate the support. How are you doing? So... Nope.
A scout from the farm was out trying to secure an on-site scan. She had to retreat, but I'm betting you'll do just fine.
You're back to looking now? That's fair. Glad you're alright though. I was going to say something... Yes, I think I mentioned this on my Discord server. I can't remember if I did or I didn't. So apologies for this stupid information, but I did manage to get a second contract. Its deadline is the day after the first contract. But I think it's going to be a bit more kind of hands-on in terms of the editing team. So at least for a few weeks, the only streams will be if I do them, will be my post-therapy streams on Wednesday, which is a shorter stream than usual, obviously. Apologies, but again, The writing is paying the bills. The streaming is just nice to be able to do. If I get far enough away, they might respawn. And also, I might take a day off after I finish the writing, just to self-care games, I guess. I like how the game warns. My grenade just disappeared. I guess there's no one in the radius. That's annoying. Yeah, unfortunately it is. Oh right, I found that patrol. Yeah, unfortunately I do have to do what pays because Twitch doesn't pay with anything like the regularity I would need it to justify kind of not taking the contract. Claustrophobia. I'll look for any sign of structural weakness in the supports. I really should track that stuff. How's my grenade doing? I don't need to go that way. I was just checking for a chest. Back on the purple sparrow. Don't have a green one, so best I can do really. In honor of Angel. It was the wrong time to reload. Much better. I love the quality of life improvement there though. So it's an auto summon, you don't have to hold, it's a button. Scan environment, there we go. You get shot in the back. You get shot in the face as much as I can while you're flying. Okay, so that's just money. There's that bounty complete. Love to see it. How close am I to? How close am I to turning in this? Not very, actually. Oh boy. Okay. So how much does one kill add? 1%. Love it. Absolutely love that percent. I'm thinking maybe just continue playing and passively gain those points. Or until I get a better solar weapon. Oh god, I am well out there. I'm gonna go and help deal with this public event and then probably leave. That is one heck of a grind. For the solar support.
Hey, you! Clear out!
I'd expect a Cabal mining expedition to be heavily armed. Be careful.
Oh. Going back to Ara's question about if I'm enjoying the game, I mentioned it before, but one thing the game does have going for it is it's hella active with the player base. I'm not running around large empty environments by myself.
We got that ship. That's a black eye for them.
Melting.
I heard those explosions from here. What was that?
Oh, just us taking out a mining lander, a ship, and a commander.
As you do. I stand in awe.
The glimmer. Hopefully I can get to it before it despawns. Right. I'm piecing out. How do I... And that. And that. Return to Zavala. That's gone up slightly, I guess. Let's go to I just wanted to turn these both in at the same time, you know? Oh boy, do I... Oh no, I tried the weep. That was the one set try accidentally my way into it. Oh, they're gonna drop right here. That was auto aim. Auto aim took the wheel there, chat. So that should be 58% if I'm reading if I'm doing it correctly. 57. Oh god, it's less than 1%. I wanted to turn them both in together. I'm not getting that many special weapon drops either. Fellow player keeps murdering people that I'm trying to shoot, so... I go over here and vibe around by this public event, maybe something will happen. See if there's a bounty, a patrol I can pick up for extra glimmer while I'm grinding out the kills. How do I... How? How do I get to it, though? This way, baby? I don't think it's this way, chap. It is not this way. It is this way. Woo! block that with your hand? Oh no, I don't go for trigger keys. That's what happened. Doing the event. Hank. Hey chat. Hey chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Unlike that pun, which you probably don't appreciate. It's not stupid enough for the playlist, though.
Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill. Keep a sharp lookout.
Just gonna go where they go, really. Oh, right here.
A glimmer mining crew.
Shut them down.
Fun. This. Okay, can only carry 16 rounds for this rifle. Wow, he got fully hard.
They're heading to another site.
Time with Bubs is the best time.
Thank you, Satet. I really appreciate that. Time with Satet also the best time. Oh, speaking of Victus, the story of the graphic novel goes on sale. It goes on back a kit soon. It's Raziel's backstory. And at SDCC, there were two statues, one of Cain, one of Raziel, which were accompanied by the label Sorry the 1 and 2 remaster. So either that's an elaborate marketing ploy, or someone fucked up and leaked a remaster. Which puts me in an interesting position, because I did play them quite recently on stream. Do I play them again on stream?
Ooh, that's a pretty pile of glimmer. Hold them off while I transmit this.
Pop that. Because I can, because I need to. Also, of course, I can't really afford a remaster. Game price expensive. obviously we'll see how much it costs and when it comes out and stuff. I whipped that through horrendously.
One giant heap of glimmer incoming.
My word, you'll have to keep some for yourself, you know.
How am I doing on that Ding Dang quest? 79%. I can't be bothered. I'm bored. I'm going back to the tower. There's a public event right there, though. Hopefully it'll still be running when I load in. I know I need to take my wellness break at some point, chat, so I'll check out this public event, and if it's not running, I will head back to the tower.
A glimmer mining crew.
Shut them down.
There's a grenade. Catalyst is, but I found it.
They're heading to another site.
I know, but they're also kind of still shooting me at the same time. So. Oh. Maybe you don't want to get involved in that. God, Yahoo over there shooting. Never dies. Breaks, that's the word. My God, great. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, then I will examine the stats. Oh, is it still going? God, I hate this. Doing this solo sucks. Scout rifle sucks even more. Just in case I get iframes during that animation.
There goes the drill. Yeah.
Wow.
A tricky business, mining Glimmer without a drill. Good work.
Centauri went blind. Okay, how am I doing now? Can I please just go... Oh, 92%, I might as well stay and grind it out. I will, however, go elsewhere. Fallen is just less beefy than Legionary, than the Cabal. Or Legionaries. Legionaries. Okay. I just need a couple more to kill and then I can go. Hey chat, road goes straight on. Okay, money. And see if there's a random group fallen to slay. I just want to kill a couple more things. That's all I want, game. Going back. Apologize for the frame rate on the recording. At this point, I've replaced everything with the capture card, so I assume it's the capture card, which I am not fixing because it's technically not broken. Well, not replacing because it's technically not broken. Dang it, where are the fallen when I want them? Still do. Just the one, really? Okay. Let's see what's down here. Lens flare. Lens flare is down here. do I have to travel so far to find something to kill? There it is. Right. You could die. So I'm petty. And now we're going back to the tower. I was told by Cora first, so I guess the annex. And while I'm at the tower, I will take my wellness break. Check my voicemail. See if it's anything actually important. Spoiler alert, chat. It almost certainly won't be. Okay, I'm gonna go and sit over here and take my wellness break. Oh, that's what this room is. Interesting. Chat, I encourage you to do the same. YouTube, obviously, I'm going to pause the recording. It'll be like no time has passed at all. Back to the game. To Ikora. Sword. There's the good boy. It's not the end of the stream though, chat, so I can't activate the good boy protocol. And then straight ahead.
Chance there are any bears up here is...
How can the Vanguard help?
Stoking the flame. I see you've grown accustomed to your new powers. The lingering flame of solar light has consumed many of my foes, Ikora says with a smile. For a moment you think you see a flicker of red and orange in the depths of her gaze, but she blinks, and it's gone. The nature of solar light is to grow, she continues. It is an ember that must be stoked. Kindle it with your enemies, Guardian, and wielders of the flame will welcome you, be they Titan Sunbreakers, Warlock Dawnblades, or Hunter Gunslingers. Spread your wings and set the sky. Riding the storm. Arclight is the most wild and chaotic of the traveller's gifts, Ikora says, but its unpredictable nature is a strength, a tool to be used to sow discord in the forces of darkness. She holds out her hand and snaps her fingers, casting a crackle of sparks into the air. You feel a faint hum as the energy washes over you. Guardians of all orders wield this power. Warlock Stormcallers, Titan Strikers, Hunter Arcstriders. Join them and let our enemies feel the charge of your light. Harmony within, hurricane without. Into the abyss. Ah, fellow Voidwalker. The cosmic abyss feels terrifying at first, but soon you will come to know it as well as I do. A warm, almost wistful smile flickers across Ikora's face. Mastery will come with time and practice. For the moment, focus on Void's ability to weaken your targets. Weakened foes have a harder time fighting back, giving you an immediate advantage. Ikora gives you a piercing look, suddenly stern. A word of caution, Guardian. Do not emulate me when I was younger, brash, proud, and impatient. Void light is as subtle as it is potent, and it will take time to master weaken. Return when you have done so, and I will guide you down the path of greater power. Ikora Ray will be your guide as you train your light. Follow her instructions and learn to manipulate the subtleties of Void. May as well pick these up as well. Harness the blazing power of solar within yourself, the Starfire Protocol. Exalting the flame, imagine the gentle warmth of dawn, escalating to the blazing fury of the midday sun. Ikora extends her hands as if catching sunlight in her open palms. That is the essence of solar light. A balm to your friends and a scourge to your foes. For now, focus on using solar to scorch your targets. Those you scorch will burn over time and can even ignite with repeated applications of scorch. Ikora folds her hands once more. There is no substitute for practice, and solar light may take some time to learn. Return when you've mastered Scorch, and I'll guide you down the path of greater power. And we'll go with Crown of Tempests.
Then take it.
Taming the Storm, sorry. Have you ever watched a storm rolling in? There is a moment of sublime tension before the deluge, where the air sings with potential energy. Arclight harnesses this potential in combat. There are many applications of Arc, but I want you to focus on the ability to Jolt. Jolted targets will chain lightning to others nearby, an excellent way to clear the battlefield quickly. Ikora gives you an encouraging smile. Be patient, Guardian. Arclight can be chaotic and demanding. Return when you have more experience with Jolt, and I'll guide you down the path of greater power. So where are all the Guardians who fight for the darkness? Oh, that's a later expansion of Stebados, I believe. Dungeon key. Healing Rift. Empowering Rift. Phoenix Dive. Dive to the ground in Kribus so it cures nearby allies. While heat rises is active, you gain restoration on diving. Yeah, but I'm not playing with people, so I'll just take the Empowering Rift.
May it serve you well, Guardian.
Incinerator Snap. Snap your fingers to create a fan of burning sparks that explode and scorch targets. Send out a spiral of 3 explosive solar energy blasts, scorching targets with each hit. I mean, I need all of them eventually anyway, so I may as well buy them. Keep that glide as it is. Default grenade is... No, I'll save the money. That works for me. Daybreak. Fashion solar light into blades, smite your foes from the sky. Your Daybreak projectiles launch a streak of deadly flames on impact versus Well of Radiance. Thrust your sword into the ground, damaging and scorching nearby targets. The sword projects a continuous aura, granting radiant effects and restoration to nearby allies, protecting them from the effect of stasis. I believe it's Daybreak for now. Why not? Touch of Flame. Healing, Solar, Firebolt, and Fusion Grenade. What grenade do I currently have access? It's just Solar Grenade, right? Yeah. So default aspect. Increases duration, periodically emits blobs of lava around its perimeter. Okay. Since stone bound and leather with no scratch in the margins, you hold a measurable knowledge of the approaching... Oh. A radiant cinder still crackling as you hold it. With it, you could set the word flame. You hold a measurable knowledge of the approaching dawn. You can fire weapons melee and throw grenades while gliding. That sounds cool. Icarus Dash. A golden feather drifting in the wind. One gust carries you where you need to go. A dodgeball airborne. Well, I'll take this. I'll take Heat Rise as well.
Then take it.
And what fragments do I have? Defeating targets with solar ignitions grants grenade energy. Ember of Combustion. Final blows with a solar super causes targets to ignite crit fire sprite. Defeating scorched targets grants melee energy. Your solar ignition spreads scorch to affected targets. Solar grenade final blows cure you. Absolutely that.
Very well.
Meditation. Oh, it's just telling me to go and meditate again. That's fine. I have plenty of Glimmer still. Storm Trance. Okay, so that's the one from Destiny 1. Just the Chain Lightning. Chaos Reach. Unleashes a long-range channel beam of concentrated arc energy. Sustain damage on a single target. Creates a jolting lightning strike at their position. Okay, we'll leave it as is for now. I just like the flexibility of having both rifts. Ooh, I broke it. Chain Lightning. An extended range mode jolts your target, chains lightning to nearby effect. Targets. Ball Lightning. Fire an arc projectile forward that releases a perpendicular lightning strike after a short time, while Amplified Ball Lightning releases additional lightning strikes before detonating. Again, I'll take it just to experiment.
Then take it.
We'll see. Movement. That's just the balance glide, please.
Very well.
Grenades. I have the Storm Grenade. Okay. The Flux Grenade. Oh no. Okay, I've got the Storm.
It's yours.
Bolt as well. Arc Soul, an electric eel poised for attack. Electrons sing at your approach. Another familiar joins your ranks. Cast your rift to create an Arc Soul that fires at targets in front of you. Allies can pass through your rift to get an Arc Soul. Your rift charges faster when allies are near. Okay. Lightning Surge, an improvised electromagnet coils crudely wound, displace and electrify forces beckon from within you. Good. Electrostatic Mind, a long-forgotten experiment that draws strange adherents. Brings to mind the products of its charge. Defeating targets with arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinded targets creates an ionic trace. Sure.
Then take it.
Why not? Critically wounded energy grenade. Melee and grenades charge more quickly. Okay. Taking melee damage increases outgoing melee. Melee hits increase your equip. Spark of Resistance might be good for solo play.
May it serve you well, Guardian.
Right. Now I need to
May you find what you seek.
I didn't know I was going to be working with this many Guardians.
Loyalty to the Vanguard does not go unrewarded, Guardian. Be our eyes.
Oh, and then aspects could be the fragment slots. I see. I see. Yep, solar grenade's fine. I'll keep that for now. Burst glide is fine. Oh, I didn't buy finished life, right? I don't have any lifesteal
out of the
on this
dark.
one, so I guess I'll just use that. Either of these heal me? Okay. Mess with the Dawnblade for a moment, why not? Anyway, so that was both of those turned in. That's why I did all that grinding. Let's go talk to Zavala, I think it is.
When does the new Castle model come out?
Yes. Oh, hang on. What's the mission text? Zavala set you on this path to rebuild Risk Runner. It's time to show him the results of your work. Pretty sure there's a person there just frozen in the running pose. Am I running into a tree? Why did it just say a purple something when I was over here? Interesting. I had a...
Nice shooting out there.
Let's go say I've got stuff I can collect. All weapons are legendary, huh? Cool. That's a scout rifle at 1941. Oh my god, why? Okay, well, get rid of that. 'Cause auto rifle at 1937. Damaging an enemy with this weapon has a small chance to reload the magazine and increased movement speed while ADS. Why does it have fangs though? Okay, okay. Hitting 3 separate targets increases damage. Defeating targets partially. You know what? None of this is useful for me right now. I'll keep it because of the damage type. Oh, but I have the SMG. Increase weapons reload speed. Final blows give me health. Okay, yeah, I'm keeping that. So I guess I'll just get rid of this. Rid of the fusion rifle with whatever that damage type is. Grenade launcher or sword. Just keep it as is for now. There's no comparison option. Never mind, I hate it. Oh, no, it's the gloves I don't like. Those, don't really care, don't really care, don't really care. Shaders. Okay, it's a possibility. I should apply this for now. 1941, 40. Yep, those are all the highest I can get. We'll say it's... Oh, okay, so these robes, you take more damage, but your recovery stat goes way up. I got no mods.
Till next time.
Okay, so that was that. What is over here? What does Master Rahul have for me?
What can I do for you, Warlock?
Ooh, an engram to decrypt. More terrible gloves. Sorry, terrible looking gloves. Just looks slightly better, I suppose. That number must always go up, I suppose.
This is taking forever.
Wait.
Yes, Guardian, by all means. Let's get started.
What? Why does it have a higher power level but lower stats? Okay, I'm so confused.
Okay. This was harder last time.
Anyway, there's another thing flashing at me over here. Oh, did I leave something behind?
Checking.
Sure did.
Check. All done.
Why is everything lower? Looks cool though. Does look cool.
Hi again, Guardian.
I will give them that. Power of new rewards is relative to the highest power character on your account without having to equip your highest power gear. Oh.
Your system may be faulty. Suggest diagnostic to check for any compromise in programming.
Anyway, Zavala.
Sure.
Guardian.
Risk runner suits you, Guardian. I had planned to add it to the tower's vault, but based on your performance, I think the only suitable place for it is in your hands. Weapons like this are the backbone of our arsenal. As you continue your journey, you would be wise to seek out other remarkable assets. Only by combining our light with the most powerful of armaments can we hope to succeed against the enemies of humanity. Remember that, Guardian. Oh, I'm a rogue warlock. Cool.
Remember what we
System
fight for.
diagnostic complete.
Let's get to work.
Okay, what quests do I have? I think that's it for New Light, right? Yeah, New Light itself has just disappeared entirely from my
Rebuilding what we lost
quest
is not
log.
enough. We need
so I'm
more.
currently going to be doing that. And by working on that, I should work on an old flame as well. Exalting the Flame. With the Solar subclass equipped, defeat targets affected by Scorch, defeat targets with abilities, and cast your super. So that's just... For many Guardians, Solar Light is the easiest to wield and comprehend. Everyone understands the rejuvenating power of a sunbeam or the sharp burn of a flame. So that's fine.
What's the latest report on Savathun's brood?
I don't know. What is the latest report on Savathun's brood? I don't know what to do now, chat. These are all exotic quests. Okay, so
let's get to work.
The guide I've got says you do Guardian Rises, then you do all the timeline reflection missions. So I guess we'll do that.
We have much to discuss.
Hopefully it's 45 minutes or less.
Security sync check-in. All positions
Cade's
clear.
Fate. Peer into the past of Lycora to relive the final moments of Hunter Vanguard Cade 6. Whoosh.
To understand where we are today, there's only one place to start. Cade 6. Cade 6 was the Hunter Vanguard, a mentor to every hunter in the tower. He was an infamous daredevil, a dependable fire team member, and our dear friend. He never missed a chance to make light of the situation, even in dark times. Our responsibilities weighed on all of us. He tried his best to ease that burden. Cade's final mission was to prevent a breakout at the Prison of Elders in the Reef. Things didn't go as planned.
Gasp.
The Prison of Elders held some of the most dangerous foes ever encountered. With the security systems compromised, there was little to prevent them from ravaging all of Seoul. Petra Venge, right hand of the Awoken Queen, reached out to Cade and the Guardians for help getting things back under control.
Out to Petra. Lifelike. This looks better. Very satisfying chat.
This is the security hub. Better clear the area before going in.
Friday. We're all enjoying yourselves. Hey, I can just walk behind you and do that. Oh, Okay, they exploded. Good to know.
This says we need warden-level clearance to open the door. Cade.
I got you. Stand by for promotion.
Something's loose, and it's close.
Walk off the ramp and pull in a hole, Jack. I don't know if you knew that, but gravity always wins. I am the fire.
These things, they used to be fallen.
I guess I completed that.
Fallen didn't just become this. Someone did this to them.
It's an exotic quest? Yes. Calibrate data to defeat targets while using Dragon's Breath. Calibration occurs when you complete Vanguard operations, Gambit and Crucible matches, or seasonal playlist activities. Okay, I probably won't be doing that. Unless it's a class of Vanguard operation. Oh, it's Kate. Never mind.
Impeccable timing, as usual. All that's left is to turn it on.
I don't like the fact this is the weird angle.
What's happening to the floor? Ah, these hive are junking up the works. Get out of here, will you?
Is that Nathan Fillion or is that someone else?
Hive gun scrub. Now, it's your turn.
Remember to purge the buffers.
Sure, got it. One question? How do I do that?
Press the red button.
They're all red!
Then press all of them.
No, the North. That's why. So it doesn't sound like Nathan Fillion. It's no, the North. He was
I
having a
can't
conversation
believe that worked.
with himself.
I am amazing at this.
He's both the ghost.
Scratch that. It did not work.
Like, I thought it sounded like him, though.
Don't worry, we've got this. Do your thing.
Like, why would they recast Cade? I'm favoring. I guess they did for some reason.
Booting it up. For real, this time. Come on, come on! And stay down! tech support with extreme prejudice.
Because of maintenance?
Well, everything's where it's supposed to be, but now it's asking me for some kind of secondary activation. Should be a terminal you can use out on the catwalks. I'll cover you from here, once I figure out how to turn the turrets on. By the way, you and me, good team.
Thanks, Kate.
Let me get that door for you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, the turrets have a manual mode. Interesting.
He's going to enjoy this, John. He's going to enjoy this.
Hey, buddy, what do you think of my new guns?
I think that I'm probably still going to kill the majority of
You still with us, Petra? We're gonna clear you a path to Supermax real soon.
Copy that.
Oh, the Naifu's still alive.
I got this, buddy. Take it easy.
That could be a checkpoint. Yeah, I'm just going to throw it. And bonk it where I don't want to bonk it. Fine. Giant sword it is. Horus champ having to pour a giant sword made of fire out of it.
Can I just say I'm having the time of my life right now?
Season ranks do. Part of reset at the end of every season. Okay, but you look like a black legion there. A black legion. Remember the black legion. There we go. Oh, I'm not using the heavy ammunition for anything else. I had my grenade.
I've hit a locked door. Any updates for me?
I'm nearly there, wife sniper.
Bringing the security system online.
You in the green now, PV?
Yes, accessing the lower levels now. Just gotta check on a couple of things. And then we can call it a day.
So long as you're the one buying.
Ooh. We good?
Looks like we're all done and dusted here, kiddos. Ramen's on me.
Ramen? Heck yeah.
Looking pretty good down here. Just gotta check one last thing.
It got hotter. Attractiveness is a sign of worth, or anyone should be objective.
No. Cade! He's gone! This isn't a prison riot. It's a prison break!
The airlock on Deck Zero. It's the only way out this far down. They're going to escape.
Not if I get there first.
Cade?
Never felt better. You see that, Petrol? Petrol? Guardian? Must have knocked out the comm relays with that spectacular landing. And cue the ominous music. Okay, everybody. Back in your cages. I said, back in your cages! Yeah, that hurt. Sorry, not sorry.
How rude. Still as cool as this survival? Nope. I really don't. That's just
That's it.
good, bad movie.
Now I'm pissed. Oh, is that really all you got? You help me out here, little buddy.
No, it's good.
I'm coming home, Ace.
How did they get all of these weapons?
Cade? Petra? What's happening down there? Come in, Cade. Hey, welcome back. We fell at least 20 stories down, and I can't reach Cade. Or Petra.
Well, I guess we fall even further.
Cade must be further down. There's a hatch over there.
Right, now we need to turn the in-game capture source volume up. Because the cutscene volumes are not affected by the in-game volume. Does that make sense? Oh. Hey. Demented Abomination. So this means damage. I need to shoot something. Or do something. Yeah, they do look friendly, shouldn't they? Don't they? The giant hallway Cade went down. I mean, we're not here to sightsee, that's true. Okay. That hurts a lot. I don't think the helmets do anything. Oh, I got it. Sweet.
No. Cade's ghost. She's dead.
Oh, I'm all blurry also.
Well, this is awkward. You got a gun I can borrow?
No. But I do have a bullet with your name on it.
Any second now, my partner is gonna roll in here and kill every last one of you. And you, my man.
This is going to hurt. A lot. Any last words?
How's your sister?
That was a meaty gunshot. Game? You okay? Have you crashed?
To Aldrin, Cade was just an obstacle in his path. But to us, the loss of Cade was devastating. It shattered our fire team and left the last city in mourning. Aldrin met his fate, but that wasn't the end of his story.
Did his sister shoot him?
He was resurrected by a ghost named Glint, and having no memory of his past, took on the name Crow. At first, The Vanguard tried to keep Crow in the dark about his past life and Uldren's crimes. But Crow is not Uldren. In time, we grew to understand that who someone chooses to be is more important than who they were.
Okay, well, that was a thing. I feel like the emotional weight for that entire quest would be a lot more impactful had the rest of the story been included, not just that presumably final mission. Yeah. Anyway. Complete mission, Crux of Stasis. To avert a catastrophic future, the Exo-Stranger taught Guardians how to harness the darkness without losing themselves. Experience her first lesson in stasis and see why Guardians wield both darkness and light. Okay. 1941. Sure, I'll experiment with the hand cannon. Why not? Does look pretty sweet. More accurate and boost handling as your health gets lower. Improved accuracy and range on the opening shot. Final blows with this weapon while your super is full. Grant a bonus to strength and discipline for a modular duration. I have no mods. I'm sorry, does it have 2 laser sights? Interesting. Okay, well, I should probably see what my father wants, as he keeps ringing me. And, you know, we're about to hit the 3-hour mark on the stream, and I like to do at least 3 hours, so that works out quite well. Wow, that is spiky. Jesus Christ. I apologize to Lord's name in vain. Yeah. So we'll see how things go. I will see if I can figure out a... Also, I'm going to swap this over to... How do I There we go. Swap that over to the money. You know what? Let's do more money. That'll pay for itself. Even more money. Probably equip those at some point. Anyway. I have a new cosmetic. Oh, right. Rogue Warlock. I like the yellow, though. Yes, so I'm going to wrap up the stream here. So YouTube, well, before I get into the YouTube stuff, as I mentioned, I have 2 writing contracts now, so I will, in all likelihood, be... So I'll be taking a break from streaming. The only guaranteed stream, the only, let's say, reliably probably gonna happen stream is the Wednesday stream after my therapy. Because it just helps me unwind after therapy. Hang on, was that it? Did I see a blue? No. So don't expect consistent streaming going forwards, at the very least. I will stream when I can, but I would anticipate no streams until at least the 3rd week in August, if not later. I do also have a... Oh, if you want to do loads of reading, by the way, a lot of the stuff has lore attached to it, but there's so much that I'm not going to for once. What was I saying? Yes. No, I can't remember what I was saying, so I'll just start again. So, no regular streams until at least the 3rd week in August. I have a holiday in the middle of September for 2 weeks as well. So the streaming over the next couple of months will be a bit upset. Unreliable. I don't know what the right word is. I'm still kind of sort of maybe burned out a little bit. Just know that I will get back to streaming regularly as soon as I can. I will try to keep the Tuesday, Thursday, Friday thing going for as long as I can. Obviously with the exception of some Fridays, alternate Fridays, I'm over at Onyx Path for an actual play instead. As I mentioned, I will try to keep streaming for as long as I can. I'm reevaluating it constantly to see if the time I'm putting into it is worth what I'm getting out. But right now, it's fine. I'd be playing video games anyway. I like hanging out with cool people, so I'll keep streaming for the foreseeable. Just know that I have paying contract work, so I can't stream as often as I would perhaps like to. But hey, I can get money. So have a great weekend. Hopefully see you all on Wednesday. Yeah, that's really it. So you two, please do let me know what you thought in the comments section below. Please share the video with anyone you think might enjoy my content. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, but you don't have to. If you get a chance, please do swing by twitch.tv/ComradeBubbles and follow the channel here at Twitch. It's free. Theoretically, you'll get a notification when I go live, but it doesn't always happen. And until next time, please do stay safe. Please do stay healthy. Please do stay wholesome. Much love to you all. Goodbye.